Hey, we're live. Got another shooting session I want to do. Need some more practice before Vegas. I'll be hitting Vegas a week from today. Just making sure the stream's going well. Looks like it is. I'll be right back. Hello all, hey Unseen, welcome. If you want to go into Crapsee, the code's there in the chat. It's also on the layout. I'm just finishing up, setting up here. We're going to do $500 bankroll. See what we can do with it. Need to practice my throwing for a trip to Vegas I have coming up next week. So without further ado, let's get the dice rolling. I'm going to try to do about 50 to 60 rolls. I don't want to interrupt Jeff and Ed Robinson's, Jeff Mid-Atlantic Craps, their throwing session. I think they're doing something at 8 o'clock tonight. So, don't want to interrupt that. So let's get this started. I got Crapsee going. Let's go ahead and check Crapsee. And we'll see if anybody jumps in there.
Coming out.
Here we go. This is the first roll. New to the world of craps, are you? Unseen? That's great. Got caught up in here, yeah. Not used to the game yet. I wasn't either about a year and some ago, but I am now. I'm very much engrossed in it. Fell in love with it. All right, here we go. This is roll number one. This is a come out roll. So I guess we should do a pass line, huh? All right, we'll do a $15 table. And let's get some change here. We'll do a 4C, 1E. All right, here we go. This is first roll. We got a 3, 2, 5. 5 will be the first point. And bear with me, I don't have a mouse, so I got to use the mouse pad on the laptop. Let's put it in the roll tracker. Give it a second to come up. All right, we lose the C and E. 5 is going to be the point. We're just going to start off with a 6 and 8. And we'll start off with 30 behind the line. We'll go easy. Let's go ahead and mark the 5 here. We're not playing the ATS, but we'll use it to mark the numbers, as well as the roll history on the graphic, on the layout. Here we go. Hey D8, how you doing, Durcell? Welcome. Dice out. And right out the gate, PSO. Happens all the time. You just got to take it in stride. That's all right. That's why we play the game. Give yourself more than one chance to play. So that was a quick one. That's how you can go a quick 105 right out the gate. Well, we've got 4 or 5 chances, right? All right, I didn't enter that, and I didn't even close out Crapsee. See, I'm already behind. So that's going to be a 7 out. So if you made money on the 7, congratulations on my mistake.
7 out, line away.
All right, now we're all caught up. So get your bets in. I know there's only 2 people in here. Get your bets in. I'm going to go ahead and set up for the roll, and then I'll lock you all out. 15 on the line again. We'll do another 4C, 1E. Come back to Crapsee.
No more bets. We're coming out.
Here we go. Dice out. And we got a Yo Chiro in the house helping us out. Love it, love it.
Yo 11, pay the line.
Hey MFB, how you doing? Yeah, had a 0.7 out. Hi Frida, welcome. Welcome everybody. Woo, there we go. All right, the E, that's going to pay us 15 on the line. We're going to get 15 up top minus the 4 because we want to keep it up. So we'll get 11. We'll go ahead and press this to 5 on the C, and we'll just rack 10 and the winnings on the pass line. All right. Set her up here. Then we'll lock you out. Let's go back over to Crapsee. Get your bets in.
No more bets. We're coming out.
Here we go. Still on the come out roll. Mark the 11 here. I'm going to 4-2-6. 6 will be the point.
6 easy. Mark this 6.
No ignorance here in the chat. If you need to learn the terminology, that's awesome. That's fine by us. So if you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat. We'll answer them. Or people in the chat will answer them for you. All right, 6 is a point. Let's go ahead and mark it over here. And we'll do 30 there. We'll do 25 behind the line. And we're going to play what's happening. So we're not going to go across or inside. We're only going to play what's going on. So whatever's rolling. All right, we're all set up. Let's go ahead and lock out Crapsee. Here we go.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. And we have a 1-4-5.
5 and no field 5.
We're going to go ahead and grab it for 15 here. We're also going to play the field for 15. Mark it there. Go over to Crapsee. And we'll just check to see. I guess if you logged in, I'm using the same code as last time. That's why if you go in there, you'll see what you had earlier, I guess.
No more bets.
So
Hands high.
that was just easier for me to use the last session's code. Here we go, dice out. And we got a 3-2-5. Right back on that 5.
And no field 5.
All right, we're going to lose in the field. We'll get 21 up top. We're going to go back to the field, rack $1, but press the 5 up a unit. All right, here we go. Let me go out of Crapsee just to make sure it's picking up everybody. All right, here we
No
go.
more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. And another 7 out. Sometimes it takes me a while to get used
7
to
out. Line away.
doing lives with Crapsee. All right, we'll do a little bit better job focusing and concentrating. We're going to go ahead and put our 6 and 8 up here. And we're going to do $5 C, $1 E. This is the come out roll. Here we go.
No more bets. Coming out.
Dice out. We got a hard 6, the double D-Gen.
6 hard. Mark the 6.
All right, lose the C and E. 6 will be the point. We'll bring this down as odds. Mark the 6. And I'll turn that annoying sound off. I don't know about you, but it grates on my ears. Hey, Jeff. All right, we're just going to have David doing the dice out and the stick calls.
No more bets. Hands high.
Here we go. That's a no roll. Dice went behind the alligator wall. I wish they could count it sometimes because more often than not, it's a good number. We're knocking around chips. We knocked around a yellow chip. Is that a foreshadowing? I don't know. Let's find out. Here we go. Dice out. We got a 6-5 yo. Mid-mo yo.
Yo 11.
Get some change here. Do 15 in the field. Lock everybody out.
No more bets. Hands high.
Everybody was ready anyway, thank you. Dice out. And we have an ace deuce. 3 craps.
Three. Single the field.
We did play the field on that one. So we're going to get 15. Go ahead and pick up the 5 and 9. Here we go. Get your bets in.
Hands high.
Dice out. 6-4 easy 10.
10 easy.
We'll pick up the 10 for 20. Here we go. Everybody's ready. Thank you.
No more bets. Hands high.
We got a 639.
Nine. Center field.
Mark it. Got 15 on it. It's already paid for, so take it up to a quarter. Rack a dollar. Check the chat here. Yeah. Let everybody, let Unseen know all about where to find the good stuff.
No more bets.
You're only going to find entertainment here. All right, here we go. Dice out. And we got a 9 again, 6-3.
Nine. Center field.
Mark it again. And we're going to get 35. We're going to take it to 50. Rack 10. All right.
No more bets. Hands high.
Here we go. Dice out. And we got a 145.
Five. A no field 5.
The sister number. Take it to 50. Rack 10. Thank you, everybody, for helping out Unseen.
No more bets. Hands high.
Here we go. Dice out. And we have the J Mac, the 549.
Nine. Center field.
All right, we have 50 on it. That's going to win 70. We're going to go ahead and rack it and mark it. Check Crapsee.
No more bets. Hands high.
Here we go. Dice out. Low throw, low throw. And it hurt us. It's a 4-3. I'm learning how to do this, how to flip up a number. It's not really working this evening. So I'll just use my hand. Because we 7 out anyway, so it doesn't matter.
7 out. Line away.
Not bad. We didn't get the double digits. I feel we're getting there. We're heating up. Nope, that was a 7. So I will say you got to go with your gut. If your gut's telling you to regress, I suggest you regress. Never play against fate. If your gut's telling you something, listen to it. Because I'll tell you, my gut was saying, let's regress some of that. And then, you know, your head goes, well, hey, You got the 9, so if you hit another 9, you know, you can go up. Well, y'all saw what happened. Here we go. Got a rebuy. Went ahead and did it. That gives me a little time because I forgot to put down the pass line. All right, here we go. Get your bets in.
No more bets. Coming out.
This is a come out roll. No C or E. We're done bleeding that. Dice out. And we got a 4-2-6. 6 will be the point.
6 easy. Mark this 6.
So I'm going low behind the line because we're not hitting points yet. I feel we're about to. So, all right, there's a $30 8. We were hitting those 9s, so I'm actually going to grab the 9 for 20. Here we go.
No more bets. Hands high.
Wow, PSO. That was a horrible throw. It landed right around this line. You can see that in the lower camera. Yeah, I'm not getting the proper arc that I want on it.
7 out. Line away.
Well, this is how you bleed your bankroll quick, by taking chances or not, not throwing the way you really want to throw. I mean, you practice, but I could practice all day long and do this like an exercise, but you can't, when you get to the casino, what if you get a jolt, like a muscle spasm? Your arm then goes like that. Like you can't know what's going to happen. So, all right, we need some reds. Let's do a $6 C&E. And let's do some recovery. So we're going to do a $15, and we'll do a quarter don't, which means we're going to change up and do $5 E. And we're going to hop the reds. Because right now, I don't trust my throw. And it doesn't mean that I'm a horrible thrower, it just means that it's not working right now. Here we go.
No more bets. Coming out.
Dice out. We got aces.
Two craps. Line away.
That goes away. Gonna win 25 on the don't. Bring the E. Actually, you know what? We'll instead of doing that, we'll do a $10 whirl. Still covers everything. Still covers the horns and the 7. Doesn't cover the 7, but it kind of does. But is it going to be enough to? It's like winning. If any of these people who aren't familiar with a whirl bet, it's either spelled world like a globe or whirl, WHIRL. And basically, let's do the example with the $5 chip. It's basically a $1 on each horn number, 2, 3, 11, 12, and $1 on the any 7. So if the any 7 hits, you win 4-1. So it just means it's a push because you win the 4 that you lost on the horn numbers. But if any of the horn numbers hit, you win what they pay out, which is 15-1 on the ace deuce and the yo, and 30-1 on the aces and the 12. All right, so Obviously, on the don't pass, the 2-3 win, 12 bars to 12, so that's a push. The yo will kill your don't as well as a 7. So a whirl bet will kind of help make up for the loss there. All right, here we go. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Welcome.
No more bets coming out.
Sorry for the jibber jabber, folks, but I think sometimes you got to break down for explanations. There's a 6-4-10. A good number for a don't.
Pennies, he marked it 10.
All right, so we're going to lose the whirl. 10's going to be the point. We'll just grab a 6 and 8. See if we can do one hit, regress down. Let's go to Crapsee.
No more bets. Hands high.
Here we go. And we got a 6-5 yo. Chiro's definitely with us. Can you feel it?
Yo 11.
That's our third yo of the day. Normally I would go in the field, but we're already down. We need to make up for some money. So let's go ahead and let's do a $15 DC bet. Lock everybody out. Hey, Red Eye, welcome.
No more bets. Hands high.
We have a 6-2 easy 8.
Easy 8.
So when you're playing light side and things aren't happening for you and you switch over to like a hybrid, hybrids, in my mind, hybrids give you a chance to figure out what's going on with the table. And then eventually you're going to have to make a decision to go back to light or stay with dark. So right now this is going to travel to the 8. This is going to win 35. We're going to take this down, run 15 back into the DC, and bring 50 back to the rack. And I got to put that in the roll tracker. Here we go.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. And there's the 617, so something's still going on with the throw.
7 out. Line away.
So, you know, it's got to be, you got to learn how to read the table. So we lose this, but watch this. We win on the don't pass, and our DC bet gets paid flat. So we lost a nickel. A nickel is better than losing, what did we lose on the first shooter? We lost 105. And there's nothing sweeter than if you're playing the don't and other people are playing light side and you have a couple of DC bets with odds and a don't pass with odds and a 7 rolls and all the chips get taken down except coming back to you is a stack of chips. I love that. Doesn't happen often. But you have to be willing to watch the table, see what it's doing. All right. We're gonna hope for no 7 on the come out. So we're not gonna hedge it. You don't always need to hedge things. That's how you bleed out. All right, here we go.
No more bets. Coming out.
New shooter. Dice out. There's a double D-gen. 6 hard. Hard 6. 6 will be the point. And I know some people don't like it when the point is a 6 or 8. When you're playing the don't, but you know what? It pays well. It pays 5 to 6. So, you know, versus 1 to 2 on the 4 and 10. All right, 6 is the point. I'm going to go ahead and grab a 5 and 8. And we're going to run 15 in the DC again. All right, here we go.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. We got a 4-1-5.
A no field 5.
All right, this 15 is going to travel to the 5. And then we're going to get paid on the 15 place 5. We're going to take it down, run it 15 back into the DC. And this time we'll change it over to the 9. You don't have to do it, but again, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the toss. And usually when you're starting to pick off your DC bets, you know that your toss is probably getting better because you're starting to hit box numbers.
No more bets. Hands high.
Here we go. Dice out. There's a 5-4-9. Isn't that weird? That's J-Mac right there.
9. Center field.
Sometimes things are a feeling. And you got to go with your gut. All right, this is going to travel behind the 9. The 9's going to get paid 21. We're going to take the 9, put it back into the DC. And this time, we're going to rack it. And Unseen says he had a hard time understanding what was going on in that channel. Maybe that was my fault not understanding the game right away. That's all right. All right, everybody give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Crapsee.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. All right, 5-3-8.
Eight. Easy 8.
So if we look at the roll tracker, 6, 5, 9, 8. Those are all the inside box numbers. That travels. This gets paid 35. I'm going to take it down. And now we're going to do odds. On all of our DC bets. It's not that we're wanting ourselves to 7 out. It's just that we don't know what's going on with our toss yet. And we're trying to figure it out. Here we go. And there it is. It hit. It hit where I wanted it to hit, but the dice kissed together right here and exploded, and now you got a 6-1, 7 out. So sometimes the dice just aren't in your favor. You have to know what to do with it. Now here's my point about if you 7 out, the light side players are all like, oh man, we only got 1 box hit, no repeaters. But the dark side player, which is what we turned into, is now going to have a payday like no other. So the 5 and 9 will get paid the same. So we'll bring those down. They're going to get 15 on the flats. They're going to get 20 on the odds because it pays 2 to 3. The 8 gets 15 on the flat and gets 25 because it pays 5 to 6 on the odds. The don't gets paid 25 on the flat, and the 6 pays the same as the 8, so it pays a quarter, 5 to 6 on your odds. Now, this is what I like to see, because this is what the dealers will do. They'll go and they'll just push over your stacks to you, and there's nothing prettier than that. Ask anybody in the chat right now. That's just pretty. Now let's see what it did for us. Did it bring us back? Remember, we started with $500. So I can tell you just by looking at it, we're not back at $500 yet. But we were down. We were probably down between 200 and 300. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3. That's a stack of reds. That's 4. 463. So we pretty much brought ourselves back to even. So now we're just going to go back to the past line because we did hit 4 box numbers. So maybe things are turning around for us. Let's find out. We're going to take the $3 and put it on the C since we're now back on the pass line. Here we go.
No more bets coming out.
There's a 156, 6 easy, the mixer.
Mark this 6.
Now, does that mean because we came back up that we go all out? No. You go back to what you were trying to do initially, which was just trying to get a hit on the 6 and 8, because that's all we were playing. So we'll do 20 in the back. And that's all we're going to play right now. We're going to see what it's giving us. All right, here we go. Let's go back to Crapsee. And I really appreciate you all jumping in and helping out unseen with all your knowledge. Really appreciate it. Let's see if anybody else jumped in. Hey, old man Earl, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. I know I saw Jeff in here earlier. All right, guys, here we go. Dice out. All right, so the dice just aren't in our favor yet. Another PSO.
7 out. Line away.
Probably because I came off of live fantasy craps last night where I think I made 1,800 profit. And I hit the small. And that's what's going to happen when you do multiple sessions at the casino. You're going to have one good one, one bad one. You might have multiple bad ones, multiple good ones. Hopefully you have more good ones than bad ones. Some people will change their dice sets. I've been practicing this particular dice set, 2, 3, 6, 5, for the last month. And I'm sticking with it because it has done pretty well.
No more bets. Coming out.
All right, this is a come out roll. Go back to the pass line. Grab a C for 5. Here we go. That's going to be dice off table. That's a no roll. Those dice couldn't have gone off any more off the table than they just did. I think one is shot across the room about 12 feet. It's a very bouncy table if you haven't guessed it already. Some of you who are in the chat know exactly what kind of table this is. Dice set. Dice set is what you choose unseen when you want to try to get certain outcomes that avoid the 7. Or you can throw a dice set that you want a 7, but more often than not. So this is what I'm throwing. Here we go. And we got a hard 8. So my dice set is teasing us. It's giving us 6s and 8s as points. But we're not getting anywhere with it. All right. 8's going to be the point. And that's why you want to have a bankroll. Now this is on, I don't have like a, you want to have a proper bankroll if you're playing a strategy. If you're not playing a strategy, you just buy in for what you want to buy in and play around and see what hits. But if you're playing a certain strategy, let's say you're playing 66 inside. You want to give yourself 10 chances. That's 660 minimum of a bankroll. Some people would say $1,000 bankroll is a minimum bankroll that most people should go with the casino with. Some of us can't afford that yet. We're not there yet. Us novice players, we can only afford low bankrolls, or we would have to wait 6 months before we go to a casino. All right. Let's go to Crapsee.
No more bets. Hands high.
There's a 6, 3, 9.
Center field.
It's also called gambling, so you're taking chances. So I'm going to grab a field, but I'm also going to grab a 9. Now you can see so far I didn't grab a 6 this time, and I didn't put any odds in the back for my 8 because we don't know yet. We're still having trouble with our throw, or you know, we don't really know what's happening here. So
no more bets. Hands high.
As something starts to develop, we'll expand. Dice out. There's another 6, 5, yo. That's Chiro showing us some love.
Yo 11.
All right, that's a winner in the field. I'm going to get some change for a nickel. Now I'm going to go 24 on the 6. Let's go back to Crapsee. And I'll read the chats in just a second.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. There's a 3, 2, 5.
A no field 5.
to go grab the field again. And I do appreciate, Anthony, you answering questions. Red Eye, you too. Like Red Eye pointed out, sometimes if you're having trouble with your toss, go to an all 7 set.
No more bets. Hands high.
Just don't bet aggressively if you're switching to an all 7 set. Dice out. There's aces. Now see, that's the you know, gut instinct that I'm talking about. So
2. Double the field.
normally I would have gone ahead and placed the 5, but my gut was telling me to play the field. So I went with my gut. And it's going to pay off because aces pays double in the field. Now I can pick up the 5, which we've hit already once. And the rest, we're going to rack 30 bucks. That's pretty good. Now, if I wanted to, you know, we won 30 on the aces, so I could have used the 30 to do odds on the 8. But instead, I picked up the 5 because that's what hit, even though the 8 is the point. So we'll have to see how it goes. Here we go.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. There's a 4-2-6.
Easy. 6.
So we have 24 on it. That's going to win 28. We're now going to use the 25 to do odds on the back for the 8. And then $3, we're just going to rack. Yeah, Anthony, haha. He says, haha, don't bet aggressively. He's been going 660 inside with the all 7 set. Whatever works for you, man.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. And 5-2. Yeah, it hit in the corner. Anytime it hits in the corner, or if it's a very low throw, like maybe 6-7 inches off the table, for me, for this toss, it's always a 7. So we didn't PSO. We actually rolled about six, 7 throws. So maybe our rolls are starting to increase. But here's something I'll tell you. The 5, the 9, and the odds on the 8 were all paid for. All right. We'll do a $4 C. Next shooter. See how many rolls we got. We have 37 rolls. Red Eye says, there's a statement that I have found to be true. If you can't shoot the dice, you can't win on the light side. Now you can get lucky. That's true. But you can also become a really good bettor and never shoot the dice. And I've seen people pass the dice often at the casino, and they're still coming out pretty damn good on in the green. Here we go. This is a come out roll. 4-2-6.
Easy. Mark the 6.
What's interesting is that most of the night, 6s or 8s have been the point. We just can't get repeaters for some reason on the 6-8. All right, we're gonna try. We're gonna bump it up to 50 behind the line, and we're gonna go with a $60 8.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. There's a 6-5 yo. Another yo. Man.
Yo 11.
How many yos is that? 5 tonight. 5 yos tonight. One of the least probable numbers to shoot because there's only 2 ways to hit an 11. 6, 5, 5, 6. We've hit it 5 times tonight. Now I will tell you, some people when they have a dice set and they're throwing and they're noticing that their dice are not hitting box numbers but they're going to horn numbers, some people take that as an indication to change the set. Since I've been working with this set, more often than not, I've seen better strings of box number hits or box number rolls, excuse me, because I'm not always playing money on the box numbers. All right, here we go.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. Went in the corner again, but it's going to be an ace deuce. 3 craps. Now some people will say if you see a horn, play a horn or play the field. Normally I would do that, but I wasn't paying attention. So I didn't play it. Doesn't mean I'm going to chase it right now. I'm kind of trying to be conservative, but at the same time I'm befuddled why I'm not hitting 6s and 8 more 6s and 8s. I'm hitting more horn numbers. Here we go.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. There's a 3-1-4, first of its kind tonight.
Four, 3, 1, 4.
I'm going to play the field on that one.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. There we go. 4-1-5. The dice hit where I wanted them to hit.
Five, a no field 5.
Not a field number, but and we're being disciplined. I might start placing other box numbers if we're hitting them, but right now we've just hit them once.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. And there's a 4-3-7 out. Can't seem to get anything going.
Seven out. Line away.
So hopefully I'm hitting numbers for you guys. May not be repeat numbers yet, but maybe you're going across. Maybe you're going inside. So we're down again, under 300. I'm going to go back to the don't. We're a hybrid. So we'll do a 5 yo and a $25 don't. But you also know what? Every once in a while we're going to have a, what I've heard other channels say, a shit show of a session. It just happens. You can't predict it. You don't want it to happen, it just happens. So for a first time, for me to be shooting like crap in front of a first time audience member, yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing, but you know what? I'm here for entertainment. I am not an expert. Here we go, dice out. There's a 5-6 or a 5-1-6, excuse me. 5-1 mixer.
6 easy. Mark this 6.
What a surprise. 6 is the point. Again. Alright, we're going to run 15 in the DC. We'll do a 38. And we'll actually, we're going to go heavy. Because sometimes we're getting single box hits. And that's what I want for these DC rolls.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. There's a hard 10, the OldBay bushel. We're not playing any hard ways this evening.
10. A hard 10.
Or the horn. So it's going to travel up to the 10. We're going to do 15 again in the DC. And we're going to do 15 in the field. See if we can't capitalize. Because again, we are throwing horns in between, so.
No more bets. Hands high.
Dice out. Went in the corner again. It's going to be a 5-1-6, so we hit the point. We hit our first point when we're playing the don't.
What is 6 easy? Pay the line.
Isn't that a laugh? First point we hit tonight, and we're playing the don't. It's a non-field winner. It's a non-don't pass winner. Our DC bet is going to travel. So unseen, since you're new here, DC bets that travel are active automatically on the come out roll. So if a 7 rolls on the come out, these win. Everything else is off. So we're going to put back up our don't pass. Get some change here. Play a $5 yo, because we have been rolling them tonight. Here we go.
No more bets. Coming out.
Dice out. There's a 5-1-6 again. 6 will be the point. Now, if we happen to hit another 6 and make the point,
6 easy. Mark.
then we know that things might be changing to the light side. You're welcome. Yeah, it's not an easy game. I think it's an easy game to learn. It's just that you have to be patient. All right, so because 6 is the point, we're going to lose the DC bet. All right. We're going to keep dark until otherwise, or keep hybrid otherwise. Here we go.
No more bet hens high.
Dice out. There's a 4, 5, 9. So we're hitting box numbers again. That's the JMac 9, by the way. The 5-4 JMac.
9, center field.
All right, DC's going to travel. We're going to get paid on the 9. We have 20 on it, so it's going to win 28. We're going to bring the 9 down, put 15 back in the DC, and bring this 33 back to the rack. All right, let's lock out Crapsee.
No more bet hens high.
Dice out. And we're back on the 5, 4, 9. Back to back.
9, center field.
So what does that mean? That means that we lost the DC bet, and this is going to travel up to the 9. So we're just going to take the DC down. It's kind of like a on-off situation. And we're going to get some more reds. And we're going to go 15 back in the DC. Mark the 9 again. Now, if we hit the 9 again,
No more bet hens high.
that means we're hitting repeat numbers. And I'll take that as a sign of to switch things up. Here we go, dice out. Nope. 5, 2, 7 out. See, the dice guides sometimes hear you talking,
7 out.
and they're the first ones to smack you in the face. Because they don't like you. All right, we're going to lose the DC. We're going to lose the 5 and the 8. However, these two DC bets come down and get paid. 15 each. DC's going to get paid. We owe ourselves a nickel up here, so we actually made $5. Can you believe that? All right, let's see how many rolls we have. Was that the 50th roll? I've never hit anything on the button. Wow. You know what? We're going to do one more shooter. We're going to do one more shooter. We're going to go all out. We're going to go empty rack. We're going to go light side. So we'll do a $3 C. This is the last shooter. I appreciate everybody that joined me tonight. I don't even know if anybody's playing Crapsee. If anybody is, at the very end, we'll go through the scoreboard. But this was a continued table from previous. So, all right, here we go. Dice out. And we got a 3, 1, 4. 4 will be the point.
Four east. Mark the 4.
Oh, look at that. Right there. All right. We're going all out here. We had just enough. We have nothing for the odds, but we had enough to go across. Well, this pays, right now, this only pays 9 to 5. So to make more, I am going to put this behind the line so it pays 2 to 1. All right, here we go.
No more bet hens high.
Dice out. And it's just the way the night has gone. 6-1-7, ouch.
7 out. Line away.
That's just the way it's going. So I tend to be a stop loss zero kind of person. So I don't go to the casino. You know, if I have $500, you know, I'm willing to lose $500. I'm not going there to lose $250 and walk away with $250 still in my pocket. But you have to make a decision for yourself. Everything's a learning experience. You have to ask yourself, are you willing to stay there? Are you gonna don't ever do this. Don't ever hit the ATM. If you got $500 bankroll, that's your bankroll. Do not ever go to the ATM and get more money out. Most novice or beginner players, they will do that. That's where gambling can get really, really sticky, and you don't want to be in that situation. We all have to learn that lesson. All right, well, thanks for joining me. This was a shit show. Look at that. 11 shooters, not one of them went over 8 rolls. Not one. We had 52 rolls, and we went through 11 shooters. That is a terrible night. However, I will say, if you're playing Dark Side, a Dark Side player, this is a glorious night. For a Dark Side player, this is a glorious night. Because more often than not, we didn't hit the point. We 7'd out before we hit the point. So, at minimum, the Dark Side player would have been winning on the Don't Pass all night long. I mean, if you look back at the roll history, I know you can only see a portion of it at the bottom here, but it looks like a damn Christmas tree with a couple of yellow lights on it. But you know what? As Anthony just pointed out, these are real rolls. This could actually happen in the casino. Real rolls. Your money could actually burn this quickly. I think we've only been live an hour and 8 minutes. So if I can provide a life lesson, I will try my best. But I want to thank you all. Thank you for joining Old Bay. It's been a long day, long week. Tomorrow's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for joining me. I may or may not do another live shootout on Sunday. I'm trying to get all the practice I can in, and I'd like to show you the practicing. And I know you guys love to do Crapsee, so come join me. I might do it on Sunday because I leave next Thursday to go see my son who's turning 21, and he wants to have his first drink with his old man, first official drink anyway, and he wants to go to the craps table. So we'll see how it goes. It should be fun. I can't wait to see him. Thank you all for joining me tonight. And as always, when you're at your tables, season your play. Good night.